Hi there folks, welcome back to Mad, Bad and Dangerous. We are at the Horns again in Watford, and we are indeed fortunate to have with us Johnny Jenkins, drummer with Example, and before that Lily Allen, and before that The Streets. Johnny, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
A lot of styles, hip-hop, garage, music production, all of that. Has anything been particularly mad, bad or dangerous?
I'd say most of it. Most of it, yeah, most of it. It's been a massive ride that I've stepped off of for about a year. It's been a crazy time. I've essentially been in one band through 3 acts.
The bands in those 3 acts were made up of roughly the same personnel.
Roughly the same people, yeah. It all comes from the streets.
Yeah.
Skinner kind of started this genre of a blend of American hip hop, UK garage, and put a band together, you know, which hadn't been kind of done in that genre. Example came from that. You know, Lily was heavily influenced from that. And
was part of that kind of mad in terms of the way that you unwound after performances?
Yeah, mad in the fact that I think we started, you know, I was 21, 22 years old, and kind of just out of university, and I had a very tame university experience. You know, I spent most of it practicing the drums. Sitting in my room practicing the drums. So when I got out on the road, which is, you know, something that I wasn't even aware was going to happen, that was when the real party, you know, started. The Streets was like, you know, Mike's first records. We were almost living out those albums, you know, the stuff that he was talking about.
So what he was writing about and singing about, he was actually kind of being like that as well.
He was,
so
indeed.
It wasn't in any way, shape or form a complete act. He lived that.
It was happening, yeah. I think that's what resonated and why people were so attracted to it.
And what about the music production side of it? I mean, I know you did a lot of that with The Streets and Example. Did you do much of that with Lily Allen, or was that just mainly drumming?
Lily kind of came and, not poached is the wrong word, but came and
nicked you all.
Yeah. Because of what we'd done, you know, because of the electronic kind of crossover sound that we had. So yeah, we got really heavily involved in you know, MPCs and samplers. And like I said to you before, something I had no experience in before I started with The Streets. You know, Mike showed me all this stuff, and that's something that came back round later on with Example and his, you know, this rock synth kind of crossover stuff. It's really powerful.
I mean, there's a lot of technology in that, isn't there? Has anything particularly dangerous happened with things not happening that should have happened?
Yeah, a few things. We had what was it, 3rd gig in with The Streets. We were in Tokyo playing Summer Sonic Festival.
Yeah.
The Japanese crowds, you know, very polite, you know, don't make a lot of sound between tracks. So it was quite nerve-wracking. 3rd gig as well. 30 seconds in, backing track just went down, first tune.
So you just had to carry on without the backing track?
We didn't care, we stopped, and Morgan, bass player, just started playing Stand By Me.
Yeah?
And the whole, like, within a minute, the whole crowd was singing Stand By Me, and it was like the best moment of the gig. Yeah? Incredible, yeah.
So almost the most enjoyable bit was the bit that you were filling in.
Basically,
Did it take long to repair all that?
Back in those days, the technology was awful. You know, we were using these external glyph hard drives, and every gig would be an issue. But nowadays, you know, it's
just smooth nowadays.
Yeah. These days, it's good. It's solid.
What about the therapy side of things? I mean, we've talked a lot over the Mad, Bad and Dangerous stuff about drums being therapeutic, good for the soul, all that sort of thing. Far from being mad, we're probably the sanest to people around. How does that kind of cross over to music production? Is that equally as therapeutic if you're not actually banging the drums, but you're actually part of the production of the final process?
Yeah. I spend a lot of time, especially with Example, with Elliot. Actually, half of my job is just me at home, a laptop, headphones, in my studio, building the show, you know? Yeah. So when we get out on stage, I can forget all that technical stuff and just...
I've seen some clips of yourself behind the kit and kind of almost orchestrating with Elliot at the front. And jumping up and down and getting them all going, and that must be quite a release as well. Yeah. As physically hitting stuff.
Yeah. I think Elliot's a master of that. He's just a great performer, you know, just really engages, like we were talking about before. Everyone at that show has to have a be time. He will force them to have a good time. You know, there's no option, basically.
I've noticed it.
It's his way, or he'll basically tell you to get out. You know? Just been amazing working with him, because on the connection that I've had with Elliot and the other two guys in the band It's felt like for the first time I'm in a rock band, which is something I always wanted.
Right.
Streets was amazing, and playing with Lily was amazing.
But this has given it up.
It's just that
more
little
up
bit
front edge sort of thing.
Just that little bit more, and it's also given me the inspiration now to move on to playing rock music again. In an acoustic setting. This is what I'd like to do next.
So almost back to kind of drumming roots.
Back to where I started. When I was 16. Playing in Bull and Gate.
Which takes us back to the therapy side of it, and the fact that it's probably one of the most natural instruments you can play, because it's one of the first things that man ever did as
don't know about
Saxon,
one of the first things, but definitely.
So probably not the first thing man ever did, no, I doubt that. I think a few other things man started doing. But nonetheless therapeutic and great to get back to. Have you ever had to play sick or injured?
There's only been one time, and I kind of pride myself on this, I never missed a gig or never been ill or sick for a gig. Well, I thought we were going to have to pull it. And I was, severely alcohol poisoned. This was in Munich.
Really?
And it was bad. It was bad. I had to get a doctor out to the tour bus, and
really?
he had to give me an injection. And Mike was like, "You sure you're going to be all right?" I was like, "Yeah." Went in dressing room, made myself a Barocca, downed it, puked the whole thing up, went on stage.
And you were fine.
I was fine.
And you were right afterwards
got through the gig
as well.
It was great afterwards. It was,
Yeah, so it's not all squeaky clean as sometimes.
It's not all squeaky clean. I think it's a lot of the techs that we had were they were a bit older than us. There's still that kind of rock and roll
because
vibe
they're from
about
that kind of era.
That era. They shared a lot of stories. Yeah, we just had a great time, man. I'm very blessed to have been around the people I have been in my career.
Given that you've played quite a few different styles, what would you say, if you have one, would be your favourite kind of way of playing?
I'd say it would be kind of hip hop. I love playing with Example. Has just improved my 4/4 on the floor time.
Yeah.
No end. I was crap at that before I started.
Right.
In terms of enjoyment, it's got to be hip hop groove and the swinginess of garage.
Yeah.
You can just kick back and it's just pure relaxation there, and there's not a lot of physical stress involved.
You can sit back and almost enjoy what you're playing.
Yeah.
Simply because you haven't got to put so much into it.
It's where I feel comfortable sitting without having to put too much mental energy in, and you can.
So what was your main inspiration to play the drums in the first place?
My dad was amazing. He supported me in learning piano and guitar and stuff. Things that I was kind of forced. I didn't really want to learn them, but I'm really thankful that I did. Learn those things, because as I went into school, I had this music teacher who was a bit of a rebel, loved his Hendrix and his Eric Clapton, Cream, and we just clung on to him, and we were just in the music room every lunchtime, letting us smoke cigarettes and do all sorts of stuff you're not meant to do in secondary school, and it felt special.
Yeah.
From there, it turned into the whole grunge thing happened, and that was kind of my grounding in playing drums. So
some studies have suggested that we're more intelligent as creatures than others.
I think that's definitely true.
Thanks, Johnny. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed that first part of our interview with Johnny Jenkins. Second part up soon. Hi. Hope you enjoyed that first part of our interview with Johnny Jenkins, erstwhile drummer with Example. For all our other interviews with well-known drummers, click the links there. Part 2 of this interview is coming up soon. In the meantime, always remember, if you feel like it, like and share even. Cheers. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to... Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? I don't think people throw snare drums out of windows anymore. That's probably the last time it
I've seen a couple of laptops go out windows before.
Well, in angst and anger, frustration.